What's up, guys? It's Mitch with SC Weather. Hey, before I get started on this video, I asked that you could hit that subscribe button down there at the bottom. It's an awesome way to help me grow and to keep extending my platform, so I would appreciate it. Appreciate y'all watching this video too. So let's jump right into it. This is the satellite imagery over the Gulf of Mexico. Check it out. You can see the dust. Don't look at the whiteness. Kind of look at the haziness. Look at the panhandle of Florida. See that brownish tint? That is dust. And you can see it on satellite, which is super impressive, which really proves to the point of how dense it is. Now, check it out. This is the satellite in motion. If you look down there like on the panhandle of Florida, you can see the dust. We've actually had some dust in the atmosphere today. Just with the rain and all, it's just not been thick enough to really see. Definitely not even close to thick enough to see, but you can see it starting to move into the Gulf states, and a little bit interesting changes to talk about. So this is kind of right now, if you will, within the next few hours. As you know, the brightest colors are where the most thickest dust is in the atmosphere. So that's why if you saw pictures of New Orleans today I posted, it really showed it looking super hazy there. So it's definitely confirmed of how it's going to look. This is getting in tomorrow morning. It looks like an initial push of the Sahara dust is really going to start to kind of maybe march into Georgia, maybe parts of South Carolina. I don't know how much we're going to be able to see it tomorrow, but there will be an initial wave of maybe some thicker dust that we might see tomorrow. May affect the sunset. Might have a nice Friday night sunset. So we'll check it out. Check it out. It is still very dense down there at the coastal areas of the Gulf states like New Orleans, the coastal areas of Mississippi, Alabama, the panhandle of Florida. Very, 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 very thick. And this is for Friday p.m., tomorrow evening, and things like that. Then check it out. It starts to reload for Friday night. Maybe reload's not the best word for it, but it kind of starts to get some motion to it as it marches east. And remember I was talking about North Carolina being an area that looked like it was going to be the thickest, if you will. Maybe not so now, but these models change like the GFS does with a snowstorm. Makes it disappear. This is kind of the same way. It's just a model trying to predict where it's at. So this is for Saturday p.m. Check it out. A wave of really thicker Sahara dust really starts to make its way into the Carolinas, and Georgia's pretty much covered, and it kind of meanders down there in the southern areas of Georgia, panhandle of Florida, parts of Florida, and really even extending into our state. So it looks like we're still on for the dust for sure. The positioning of it's a little different. It looked like it was going to kind of overlap us and really hit North Carolina hard, but it looks a little more south in the recent run. So we're going to watch it. It looks like a bullseye as it kind of just spins around kind of right over the northern part of Florida into Georgia. Then as we get into maybe Tuesday and things like that, it starts to kind of move off. And looks like maybe in the Gulf it reloads a little bit and kind of throws a little bit more dust, but not near as thick as this first round. No changes. Beautiful sunsets. Hazy conditions might start developing tomorrow into the weekend. Another thing that I want to talk about, not a lot of people are talking about, is will this bring its own dry air? I think there will be some lower dew points in the state tomorrow that maybe not directly associated with the dry Sahara dust, or whatever you want to call it, but I do think it kind of brings its own dry air and lowers dew points a little bit over the weekend. It's going to be hot, but dry. Dew point, and it's still going to be humid, but I think dew points maybe stick around the low to mid 60s as opposed to low 70s. So it makes those 90-degree temperatures we're expecting this weekend a little bit more tolerable. So even lower dew points as we get into Saturday p.m. as that dust really starts to kind of get entrenched into the area, and even Georgia, where it matches up well to where the dust is on the other models. So it makes sense. But as we start to get into Sunday, remember Sunday was supposed to be the big day of it, but now it looks like it's coming in a little earlier. So, but as we start to get into the end of the weekend, into Monday, dew points start to rise, which makes sense because that's when the Sahara, the dust starts to kind of meander away and move away, and the dew points start skyrocketing again to the 70s. So that's my update on it. I appreciate you watching, and nothing to be alarmed about, nothing to be scared about. Maybe lower air quality, hazy conditions, beautiful sunset, and enjoy, because this is kind of a rare thing. So add to the list of 2020. Y'all have a blessed evening.